The road goes ever on and on, down from the door where it began. Welcome, PlayOn fans, as we return to Middle-earth and play the new Middle-earth strategy battle game. That's right, it's Lord of the Rings time in the PlayOn studios. Today, Nick and Chris, both Middle-earth aficionados, will face off using the new rules and new starter box as we create the War of the Rohirrim, the Battle of Edoras. Today, Nick will be playing the Rohirrim.
The War of the Rohirrim is here.
And Chris will be playing the Dunlandings.
Hey, I'm Chris Lee. I'm back for some Lord of the Rings action.
This is the Battle of Edoras from the new starter box set. It's a 10-turn scenario, but we've added a couple of twists.
I'm actually really excited for the upcoming War of the Rohirrim movie. We've got new miniatures on a new edition of the game coming out at the same time. This is a good time to be a Lord of the Rings player.
Today's miniatures are the starter box with maybe some extra bits. You know, one of my favorite parts of the recent trailer was when the Mumakil broke through the wall. So we've got a turn 6 Mumakil special charge rule, just for fun.
It's a real elephant in the room.
It will count as already gone berserk and will trample along the table because, well, that's always fun.
I'll be leading the forces of Dunland today, the displaced peoples who originally owned the area now known as Rohan. The horsemen took my lands. I am gonna burn this city to the ground because Helm Hammerhand punched my dad to death.
The Dunlanding forces consist of Wulf and Targg as the leaders and about 25 hill tribesmen. There's 8 with bows and arrows, 6 with light shields and flaming brands, 4 with spears, 4 with 2-handed weapons, 2 with hand weapons and light shields, and a banner. The Dunlandings have a special rule called Hatred for Rohan. Their close combat strikes are going to gain +1 to wound in this battle. They also return to the battle on the roll of a 4-up. For everyone that falls, every turn Chris gets to roll to bring them back on the table. This simulates the unending tide of the Dunlandings as they siege Edoras.
I am playing the Rohirrim today. They are my favorite faction in this game and in the movies and the lore in general.
The Rohirrim are led by Haleth and Hama, and they consist of 8 bow and arrow warriors of Rohan, 8 with spears and shields, 8 with hand weapons and shields, a banner, and 2 Rohan Royal Guard.
It's gonna be a glorious day for Rohan.
The scenario scoring uses progressive and endgame scoring. At the start of each turn, starting on turn 2, players will score points for holding objective markers. Alive heroes or dead opponents' heroes are worth extra points at the end of the game.
Chris, welcome back to the studio for another game of Lord of the Rings.
Let's do it again!
We're going back 200 years before the movies where Wulf leads a civil war against Rohan.
That sounds like the upcoming film War of the Rohirrim.
And the 2 sons of the king, Haleth and Hama, are defending Medelseld, the Palace of the Kings. We've already deployed. We have 3 objective markers on the field. You get 1 point for controlling an objective marker at the beginning of your turn, starting on turn 2. I've deployed in a circle around the center objective here. I've got my main hero, Haleth, the older son of the king, and Hama over here.
I have my 2 heroes, Wulf, the High Lord of the Hill Tribes, and on this side of the field, General Targg.
All heroes start with a might, will, and fate characteristic. These are abilities that they can use during the battle. Now, none of the characters are spellcasters, so the will isn't going to really enter into it, but might and fate allow them to mess with die rolls during the game. So when and how they use those abilities are going to be clutch.
Your army is literally limitless. At the beginning of every turn, if there's any dead tribesmen, you roll a dice and on a 4-up, that tribesman's coming back. The very first roll of the game to see who goes first, who has priority.
Dunland.
Oh, it's a 6 already!
A 1! Not a good start, Dunland.
Now, one of the first changes in the new edition happens right now. Previously, whoever won had to take first for priority, but now you actually get to choose, so you can go first. Good luck, sir.
Hey, thanks so much. Have a good game. What do I want to do here? Well, we're going to advance. We know for sure. Now, the great thing about these flaming brands is they count as 2 miniatures when in range of an objective, so I'll be able to overwhelm Nick rather easily with them.
His bottom row of archers have moved fully, so they will not be able to shoot.
I'm not going to move those archers. If I move them even half their distance, they take a penalty to their shooting skill.
Now, knowing what you've done, I now react to it in my movement phase. You have to be able to see the target to be able to charge it. Now, I have throwing spears, and throwing spears are a little bit different than bows. They can actually move full and still shoot. And these archers will stay still to be able to shoot at you. Hopefully stay out of your charge range. I'm gonna try to hop this fence here. On a 1, he fails to hop the fence. On a 2 to 5, he hops the fence and just stays on the other side. On a 6, he hops the fence and keep going. And it does, but it can't go further. It just goes to the other side and stops. And then I've got another one that's gonna try to hop the fence as well. And it gets a 4.
Remember in Helm's Deep, you had 2 Rohan soldiers
Jumped across the gap.
I am going to invest quite a bit of hope into taking out Haleth's horse.
These 2 can see clearly. These 3 can still see him because there's a gap here, but they have to roll to see if this well gets in the way.
To see if they can shoot well. 4 up, I hit. Both the shots have landed. Now I'm gonna roll to see if I hit the rider or the horse. On a 1, 2, or 3, I hit the horse. On a 4, 5, or 6, Hama catches these right in the chin. So the horse takes 1 hit. Let's do Haleth first.
I've got a high defense of 6, which means your strength of 2 is not gonna be enough to get through my defense. It's set on a 6.
Chris with the 6, and Haleth takes a wound. Nick's spending his fate on a 4-up to save it, and he fails. He spends a might to succeed that, and he's down to 2 might left.
I'm gonna try to kill your horse. Is it an armored horse?
It is an armored horse.
Can I get 2 6s in a row? No. So we've got 3 more archers now.
2 of them miss the well, 2 more hits to Haleth. No wounds though.
So now we go to my half of the shooting phase, and I can shoot my bows.
Ooh, all of Nick's archers have failed a wound.
Well, they just watched their general take 1 in the face, so...
Throwing spears, Haleth misses, as does his compatriot. The models in front of Hama now fail.
I have 1 more bow. Hama, the king's son, expert archer. He is gonna try to shoot Wulf. He's gotta hit, first of all. Gotta roll to see if he has this miniature, then your miniature. Hits you on a 4 because he actually hits on 3s normally. He hits. 1, 2, 3 hits the guy in front, 4, 5, 6 keeps going on. Keeps going on. Next guy. Keeps going on. Yeah! Hits Wulf, and I've got might to adjust this roll. 1, 2, 3 hits Wulf's horse. 4, 5, 6 hits Wulf himself. I hit the horse, even unarmored horse. So I'm gonna wound you on a 5. It's a 5!
Wait! Moment of silence for Wulf's horse. I gotta take a thrown rider check for this poor man. On a 1, I absolutely eat Edoras dirt, and I have to take a strength 3 hit for falling off my horse. And on a 6, he does like a cool front flip, he lands, everybody claps, it's gonna be great. It's a 6! Yay!
The front flip. You having lost your horse means you lose all your charge bonuses, way less speed. Then we go on to the fight phase. None of our models are engagement range, so no fighting happening this turn. Still a score of 0 to 0. We haven't killed anybody's heroes, and we don't score objectives till turn 2.
A lot of action on the first turn. Wulf dehorsed already. This could be difficult.
Turn 2, here we go.
Nick does score a point for holding an objective. Chris, 2 points for holding objectives. It's 2 to 1 for Chris. Both heroes still alive. Chris wins the priority roll-off. However, his character General Targg has a special ability. If he gives his opponent priority, Targg will give out a reroll aura, and Chris is choosing to do that now.
Because I was thinking of spending some might for heroic movement, so I'm glad I don't have to do that. My hero, Haleth, is just gonna go right in.
Movement now. Haleth charged into those Dunlandings. On the charge, his throwing spear, though, misses. There's a new rule. The flaming brand causes a courage test against the horse.
Courage is now done on 2 dice, trying to beat my courage value of a 4. It's a 5.
It's passed.
So I'm moving up there to support and hopefully prevent him from getting trapped. One guy trips as he tries to get over the fence. I'm gonna try to leave myself a path that my hero can charge.
More Rohirrim charge the Dunlandings. No roll, just have to move in range.
You see how hard they're fighting to protect their homeland? They're so close to understanding what my guys are going through.
And I have a path that my hero can charge into this guy right here. Charge! And this axeman will go to support this flank over here. It's up to you to move and see how you can take advantage of that.
Chris now charging into Haleth with his spear in its support. Those are going to give extra attacks.
This flaming brand will charge into your warrior of Rohan, will provide support and charge this archer. Targg is going to charge right into Haleth.
So this is a really smart play. By charging in your horse to my horse, it negates all the charging bonuses from a horse. So I don't get the extra dice, and I don't get to knock models down if I win the fight.
When 2 cars smash into each other, the pedestrian in the middle will take less damage.
Wulf charges Hama. He's horseless. This could be bad. Shooting phase. Nick has priority. He's going to start us off.
Spear-armed miniatures can support the miniature in front of them, but they don't count as being in the combat, which means I can shoot them.
Oh, that's a dead spearman.
The horseman took my land.
And then I have a bunch of archers, and we're doing the exact same thing we did last time. We're trying to kill that 1 archer. So 2 that have a clean line of sight, hitting on a 4, miss them both. And 2 that have an in-the-way roll, miss them both.
Chris' turn now, missing all over.
If you wanted to shoot into combat, these 2 archers could.
You're lucky we're on television. I'm doing it.
Gutsy play here. Shooting at Hama into combat, as technically the Dunlandings are one of the evil races that are allowed to do that.
I'm sweating. No.
We go on to the fight phase, and because I have priority, I get to choose the order of these fights to do.
Hama spends a point of will to use Warrior Poet. That's going to get reroll 1s to wound in a 6-inch bubble. Any losses will cause the enemy to fall back and potentially die.
What's the poem? How about roses are red, violets are blue, get out of Edoras, I'm going to kill you.
I like that, that's good. Yeah, that's good, well done. And we're gonna go with the infantry line right here. Banners offer a reroll to fights within 3 inches. I have 2 infantry, because 1 in the front and 1 with a spear support, and you have 1 in the front with a spear support. We each roll our attacks, and the highest dice wins the battle. I got a 5.
I got a 4. You have a banner, so I'm able to reroll this. No!
I win the fight, which means your miniatures have to back up 1 inch, and 1 miniature can back up to allow it to back up. If you are not able to back up, you count as trapped, which means I would get double dice to try to kill you. I will kill you on a 4+ because you're a weak defense of 3.
Don't do it!
Oh, I didn't kill you! The next fight, exact same thing. You get 2 dice, I get 2 dice. Die! Double 6s! We tied, and then we have to compare our fight values. Our fight values are the same. Fight value 3. Higher fight value wins ties. To figure out who wins, we roll a single 50-50 dice. On a 1, 2, or 3, the evil side wins the fight. On a 4, 5, or 6, the good side wins the fight. The good side wins the fight! I killed you twice! We'll leave this hero fight till later.
Oh, you tease.
Guy and a spear against your 1 flaming brand.
So because he's carrying a shield, I can actually just hide behind it while you wail on me?
You get to roll an extra dice in the fight, however you don't get to try to kill me. The Dunlandings carry light shields. It's a new profile in the game. It does let you do the shielding special rule. However, it doesn't give you extra defense. I get 2 dice because I have 2 guys. Woo! 3 high.
6s!
You win that fight!
Oh, more Dunlandings have fallen.
Lastly, let's go to the heroes. Let's go with the younger son first. Hama fight against Wulf and the 1 warrior. Could use Hama's might to do, for instance, heroic defense, which will allow me only to be wounded on 6s. I think with his 2 fate, I think I'm okay here. Save that might for a future turn. I have normally 2 attacks, but because he's on a horse and he charged this turn, he gets an extra attack. You will get 3 attacks for Wulf, and you'll get 1 attack for the Dunlanding. You gotta keep it separate though, because your might can only affect your attacks from Wulf. So 3 attacks from Hama, I got a 6.
And 5. 6.
Oh, you got a 6! Woo! There is nothing I can do because your fight value is higher in that combat.
My archer is going to target the horse. Strength 3 to defense 4, so I need a 5. I got a 1. Wolf is going to target Hama.
You get +1 to wound, and you get to reroll 1s.
4s. Get him! 2 wounds delivered.
Now, he will be dead if I don't make these fate rolls.
Yes.
I am going to use both of them right now on a 4-up.
Okay.
I failed them both. And not only did I fail them both, I failed them both so completely that I don't have enough might to adjust those dice rolls. So you have just slain the hero Hama with 1 fell swoop. What was that?
That was vengeance for punching my dad to death.
Hama falls!
Well, that was immediately 1 point for you for killing one of my heroes. There's a narrative rule in this scenario that if I feel like I'm losing, I can just take Hama and run him off the board and escape, and the game causes a tie, but you've prevented that.
It was a huge risk charging Wolf on foot into Hama when he was in full charge, but it's paid off in spades. With Hama gone, I'm gonna pull that flank apart.
Can General Targg hold? Haleth and Targg are toe-to-toe. Nick has to spend a might to adjust that roll, and he's won the fight. All 3 wounds going into General Targg. Oh boy. Chris spending his 2 fate and a might to save General Targg with 1 wound left. Boy, howdy, did we ever get some characters fighting early. At the end of that turn, Haleth's got 1 might, 2 will, and no fate. On Chris's side, Wulf has still got 3 might, 3 will, 2 fate. General Targg is down to 1 might, 2 will, and no fate remaining. That means combat for those characters without fate is really deadly.
Turn 3 is gonna really matter who gets priority and who gets to charge into what. I need to kill General Targg and clean up that top flank as quick as I can, because remember, all of Chris's dead miniatures have a chance to come in.
Turn 3, Nick holds 1 objective to go up to 2 points, whereas Chris holds 2 more objectives.
Priority of turn 3. I got a 2.
I got a 3. Yes!
I could spend might to call a heroic movement, but I need that might. Your special rule for this scenario, you get reserves.
So on a roll of 4 up, I get reinforcements added to the table.
4 dead units for Chris. 1 of them comes back, but he will still get to roll for all of those remaining models that are dead next turn.
Movement phase. You get to go first for priority. Every model in the middle of a strategy battle game has a zone of control of 1 inch around it, and you cannot enter that zone of control unless you're charging that miniature.
Haleth is charged by Targg, and the 2-handed axeman also engages Haleth. Wulf reaches combat in that huge mess at the bottom objective.
Let's see what I can do. Well, I'm gonna take my throwing spear and I'm gonna charge your bannerman. I miss.
Hey!
These two archers back here are gonna move 3 inches so they can shoot that guy that just came in. And I'm going to spear support. And then this axeman is going, I've got nothing to fight, so I'm gonna charge you over here!
Nick looks to defend his lone objective with his archers. Shooting now, Chris first. Can his archers do some work?
No.
Shooting into his fight again. Evil! Evil!
Because if I can get him out of that combat, he'll be able to target your banner bearer. Come on, baby! No hits.
No luck for Nick's shooting. Combat phase now, and Wulf is using a might point to use a heroic action called Heroic Combat. He could potentially get to fight twice here. Oh! He's got to spend a might point to kill him. Now rearranging into Nick's banner bearer. Wulf disembowers another warrior of Rohan.
Well, his funeral won't be open casket.
Where do you wanna go here next?
Let's do the little guys. We'll save the title fight for last.
Another flaming brand goes down. The top flank is collapsing around Targg. One of the Dunlanding archers drops.
Now, the fight we've all been waiting for. Can Haleth destroy your general?
Haleth versus General Targg and friend who's wielding a two-handed axe.
We also each have 1 point of might, so we can adjust this dice roll by 1 pip. I have a higher fight value, which means if I get a 6, I win the fight. I want a 3 high! That's terrible! Oh
my lord.
So you have a 5. This 6 actually is a 5 because it's 2 and a weapon. Now I have a banner. I can up it with 1 point of might. So I need a 4 at least, but I'd like a 5 to not spend the might. Come on! It's a 3. So your two-handed weapon is normally a 6.
Yeah.
Goes to a 5 because it's two-handed weapon.
Yeah.
Then goes to a 4.
Because I hate you so much. For Dunland! 2!
Both sons of the king have fallen. The line of Helm Hammerhand has ended. You killed both my heroes. Historically, this is what happens. He does die.
At what cost, though? Targg has got 1 might and no fate remaining. On to turn 4, Nick holds 1 objective to go to 3 points. Chris has unalived both enemy heroes and holds an objective. That puts him to 7 points to Nick's 3.
This one, however, we both have exactly 4 models on there because your flaming brand counts as 2. It's a tie and nobody gets a point.
Rolling for priority again, it's Chris. 5 Dunlandings return to the field.
Oh, that's terrifying. Look, there's bad guys.
Targg is going to charge. He's going to do some damage over here.
Oh, so many charges at the top of the table. Targg charges the Rohirrim Royal Guard.
I gotta rely on my Royal Guards having a fight value to take out Targg and get that point.
Retake the homeland! I'm yelling that way because they're old men.
Wulf leads his men to sweep that objective.
And they are now officially trapped.
More rearranging, Nick trapping Targg so he will not be able to fall back. That will give him double dice on the roll to kill.
This spear support this axeman over here.
You always never take the time to do anymore. I used to do this as a kid all the time, is go down to the eye level with the models and just like look at what they see. It just looks so good.
I'm hoping I can wipe this flank.
Shooting, it's 1 lone archer for Chris. Nothing. Nick now firing at those incoming units, and he kills 1.
Foes did something! Yay! Combat phase, you have priority. Where do you want to go first?
So let's go over here to Wulf and friends. Wulf is going to target the spearman.
Oh no, Wulf has failed.
Two-handed weapon in the spear versus your spearman.
I'm also gonna shield. I just gotta hold this flank. 2 dice, got a 5. So that's a tie. You got a banner though. You can't win it with a banner roll with a 1 because that is a -1 to hit with the two-handed weapon. Because you have to roll a 6.
It's a 1 in 6 or a 50-50 if I don't choose to reroll. So I'm going to take the 50-50. 1, 2, 3, it's evil. It's evil. 3 with the two-handed weapon, which is again the orange one. Got him with the two-handed and with the spear. What a horrible fate. Let's keep moving down the line. You've got a swordsman versus a spearman and a swordsman.
They held. I was expecting them all to die.
Let's go over to Targg and friends.
2 units lost at the top of the table. Targg is now cleaning up that fight. There are 2 dead. Wow. Chris is losing ground in the midboard. Rohan is pressing.
Do you want to kill an old man or a young man?
Let's go with the old, let the young live.
That's very kind of you.
That's the end of turn 4.
On On to turn 5, 2 objective points for Nick, and another objective for Chris. It's 8-5 his favor. Priority for Nick this turn. 4 more Wildmen of the Dunlands return to the fray. Chris choosing to have Targg use his last might for a heroic move to charge out of sequence, and he charges Nick's banner bearer. Everyone within 6 will also get to move. He's completed a couple of more charges because of that.
Now I have priority, I get to move the rest of my guys.
Nick is trying to clear up the midboard now.
He misses. This Axeman's gonna move over to here, try to reinforce.
World Guardsman stands and stumbles into Targg. A third piles in as well.
6 guys fighting Targg. Swordsman, tying up this one guy over here. Tying up all 3 of these guys over here. Round Wulf, and throw a spear at your banner and try to kill him. I miss. And then I charge the banner bearer. It is up to you.
Chris brings in more reinforcements. Nick's objective is threatened. Wulf choosing to support his banner and the squad that's right in front of Nick.
Shooting phase.
A hail of arrows downs another of the Dunlanding reinforcements.
I was expecting to do a little bit better there.
I've got one. Old Man Jenkins in the back there is going to fire one more arrow at these archers.
Huh, Old Man Jenkins can't seem to find a target.
Good job. That's twice in a row you've done that. We go into the fight phase. We're gonna kill Targg right now. 3 dice for you. Do you get a 6? That's all I need to know.
Hey-ya!
No 6.
Oh my God.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice on you. I got the 6. You're trapped. You have 1 wound left. Double dice to kill you.
Wait.
Die! I killed you 3 times.
Movie hasn't come out yet. I have no idea what he sounds like, so... Ow!
Then let's go next into this flaming brand against 2 of my guys.
Midboard changes nothing. Nick trying to kill Chris's banner at the bottom of the table fails, but dies in return.
I've still got 2 guys here. They're holding on against all of this. It's so good.
We've had 3 of the 4 characters drop already. It's just Wulf remaining, which, I mean, honestly, is kind of fitting because Wulf actually... Oh, wait a minute. Never mind. Spoilers! It's turn 6 now! I'm squeeing in glee, or am I trumpeting in glee? Players need to roll off to see if the Mumakil is going to come in, and on a 4-up, it's going to.
+1 to the dice roll every subsequent turn.
Excellent! Whoop!
It's coming in! Woo!
Oh, it's in! They'll never believe us, Mr. Frodo. It's an Oliphaunt!
Through the walls. To make it even, we're gonna just roll a 50-50 roll to see which player controls the fun Mumak. I would love it to trample right here. That would be fun. Mumakils move in a straight line, and they trample over any miniatures they find, and they try to kill it. If they kill it, they keep going, and if they don't, they stop. It's great. They can kill friend or foe alike.
Okay.
Ah! So I get to control the Mumak this turn.
Nick holds 2 objectives, and he did kill a hero. That takes him up to a total of 8 points. Chris is only holding 1 objective. That's going to take him up to 9 points. Plus, of course, he's killed 2 characters. Priority roll-off, it's Chris. Only 2 reinforcements for Chris this turn. Falling back from the Mumak, and I don't blame him, Wulf is choosing the tactical withdrawal option.
Run! Run! It's out of control!
I hate this thing. It does damage as it moves, and it's going to be trampling my guys who have worked so hard to secure that objective. We're going to move up, advance on the objective. Double charge them and charge him.
I've got a couple guys that can still move.
And charges Chris's reinforcements.
We'll make sure that you're not taking this objective away from me. You know what? Their bows have been doing squat. Draw swords and charge! So...
Here comes the Mumak!
And then it moves up to its maximum of 8 inches. First thing it comes into contact with is this wildling. Strength 9 hits, automatic hits, I just have the wounds on 3s. You're dead, son. Goes into the next one, and you're dead. But now I have to roll for my guys.
It's stomped everywhere. I shall call him Stampy, and Stampy shall be his name. Shooting now, Nick's archers finally get a kill. One of the new reinforcements that goes down.
From downtown, shooting at your banner bearer. No, not dead.
Combat phase, here we go. Chris has lost a couple on Nick's home objective. The top objective is looking very difficult to hold on to. Chris cannot buy a roll. The midboard belongs to Nick.
Wow, that was a great turn. We still have 4 turns left before the end of the game. Game ends at the end of turn 10.
On to turn 7, 9 models returning for Chris. Nick again gets to control the Mumak, and he gets priority. He's got 2 objectives to take him to 10. Chris has no objectives. Nick has taken the lead, 10-9. Heroic movement for Wulf's last might point, and he's gonna peace out, and he's out of might. That is big. Wulf's gonna manage to save a couple of his men, but the Mumakil could do some stomping again.
1 into this 2-handed guy.
2 men charge the banner.
This guy's worth 3 for counting on the objective.
Yeah.
So you will take this objective. Defend! I need to get guys for that center objective.
Spears again proving ineffective. The Mumak stomps away the dead Dunlander.
He tramples into Old Man Jenkins there. All the guys up top here just hold on for dear life as it tramples around.
Chris' turn now. Where are his reserves gonna arrive? Everything to the top of the board. Shooting now. Nick throws a spear. There's a dead guy.
Just got here. What?
Combat now. Nick fights a bannerman and down it goes. Oh, Chris cannot win a fight. Or can he? The mighty 2-handed axe has killed one of the defenders of Rohan. Despite being 1 on 3, Chris has won that fight and the Royal Guard goes down. And now down goes another Rohan warrior. Whoo! Turn 8, Nick scores 1 for objectives. So does Chris. 3 more reinforcements for Chris. Who controls the Mumakil? It's Chris, who has priority, however. Oh, Chris, how the script is flipped. This could be big.
Reinforcements are entering.
Wulf charges in. A spearman joins him. More charges onto Nick's home objective. He's absolutely clearing the way from in front of the Mumakil. Almost all of the last turn's reinforcements have charged onto that top objective. The Mumakil's making some Rohan jam. Archer jumps on the roof. The second one fails and stops right in front of the Mumak.
He's like, ah, wait for me, ah! Oh, he's stuck in the bottom. He's like reaching for his buddy's head. His buddy's like, I got you, no!
Next 2 free archers move less than half, so they're still gonna be able to shoot. Shooting does nothing this turn.
We'll fight. Let's start here. This one-on-one at the back of the board.
You're -1 hit because you're 2-handed weapon.
That is true.
You win.
Winning on a 3. Got him.
Wolf and friend kill another guard. Archer stabs back, kills a Dunlander. Top of the board again, and it's many against few. The Bannerman has downed a Wildman. Nick holding against all odds that top objective. The Wildmen of Dunland are falling before the blades of the Rohirrim. On to turn 9, and 2 objective points for Chris. It's 12-11 his favor. Reinforcements, 5 more returning. The Mumakil control goes to...
Just need a 4. I can do it. Oh, it's mine. It's mine on a 4.
It's Nick. That's bad news bears for Chris.
Priority is very important right now.
I got a 6. You got a last turn, which means I automatically get it. Let's go to the movement phase. And he's gonna run away so that I can't get trampled.
Okay.
Spearmen charge and miss with their thrown spears.
So if I kill these guys with a trample, I'll take the objective away.
Archer runs across the roof. The other one runs away. Do you blame him? Here comes the Mumak. Everyone dies. Can Wulf survive?
So you actually can survive this. Still on 3s.
Yeah.
2, only 2. Wulf has 3 wounds, you're down to 1 wound, so Wulf's not dead. So it means we're in combat. Though Mumakil is in combat with Wulf.
Now, in terms of kills, does it count for more than 1? I'm gonna roll my 2 fate. I'm just gonna use them. I passed them both.
You're back to 3 wounds.
I have some movements here. No shooting for either of us, so we just stab now.
Combat, Nick chooses the order of fights as he has priority. Players trade blows with the top objective.
The banner has been eviscerated.
The line has fallen.
Huge.
Nick's 2 archers cannot drop that Dunland Spearman.
Then we go to Wulf, fighting a Mumak.
1v1 with an Oliphaunt, Mumakil, depending on where you're from.
Now the Mumak only has a fight value of 4, so if you roll a 6, you actually win the fight.
Okay, great.
Dodge aside, all the tusks and stuff like that. Let's see, 3 attacks for me. I got a 6. Feed a 6.
No!
2, only 2. You still have 1 wound left.
Survive with 1 wound.
I love it. That's the end of turn 9. We have 1 turn left in this game.
Turn 10 now, and Nick does not hold objectives. Chris, however, holds 2. That puts him up to 14, and Wulf is still alive. The Mumak control is going to Chris. Nick has got priority, but he doesn't have much in it. The Wildmen of the Dunlands have surrounded the Rohirrim.
So if you want to charge these guys with Mumak, you have to charge your own character.
Oliphaunt will turn and leave. He will vacate the premises.
Nick's last shot kills one of the Dunlandings. Final combat now. The last 2 Rohirrim on the top objective are dead. The two-handers pushed back by an archer.
Last fight of the game. Can I kill Wulf? You have 1 wound left. No, you roll 6. So you've brought me down to literally 2 archers left. You have won the game, sir, and Edoras has fallen!
Wowie, wow. End of the game. 1 point for Wulf surviving. And the final score, 50-11. Victory for the Dunlandings, just like in the books.
Wulf is now in control and ready to march on Helm's Deep to teach Helm a lesson about punching people's dads to death.
I'm still waiting to see the new unit profiles. It's going to breathe some new life, some fresh life into this game.
Thank you, Play on Tabletop, so much for having me back. I'm always happy to take another adventure in Middle-earth with you guys.
Well played, gentlemen. That was a ton of fun, and I gotta say, I appreciate you letting the Mumakil run amok, because that was probably my favorite part of the game. Well, that's it for all of us here at the Play On Studios, folks. Special thanks to Chris and Nick for bringing us this new Middle-earth strategy battle game, and a big shout out to Games Workshop for giving us the advanced copy. What a fantastic set of rules. It really is an amazingly fun style of gameplay. And a big thank you, of course, to you for watching. If you like what we do, make sure to like, subscribe, and share this video. If you really like what we do, please consider supporting us through YouTube membership or Patreon. You'll get exclusive releases as well as behind-the-scenes interviews, early access to most of our shows, and access to our Discord, the most happening 40K and Lord of the Rings community around. That's it for all of us here in the Play On Studios. On behalf of them, it's me, JT the Voice, saying, until the next time you see us in Middle-earth, play on.